Childhood and teen obesity rates, as you know, have soared to record highs in this country. About 1 in 5 are living with obesity. The FDA has approved GLP-1s for weight loss among kids 12 and older. But now some doctors are even prescribing these drugs off-label to even younger kids, including some in elementary school. Dr. Rachel Pessah-Pollack is an endocrinologist at NYU Langone Health and is here to sort it out for us. Rachel, it's good to see you because you hear the headline, these GLP-1 weight loss drugs for kids under 12. You go, that can't be right. What are the doctors doing? What are the parents doing? What do you say about this? And off-label.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. You know, we know that the obesity rates, particularly in kids, have doubled since COVID. We're talking about 1 in 5 kids that are at risk, not only for obesity, but obesity-related complications. So parents are struggling, kids are struggling, and doctors are struggling. We want to help these patients, but we currently do not have any FDA-approved medications for treatment of obesity less than 12 years old, which brings us to the situation when you have a kid with severe obesity and liver dysfunction, sleep apnea. These are kids you want to help. So some doctors, and I polled my colleagues, this is not a common circumstance, but it is something that doctors are offering in rare circumstances, are offering a GLP to help because we know those risks are so significant for kids.
So it's not if you're a little chubby kid or a little, as Vlad was telling the story about going and shopping in the Husky section for your clothes. It's not for those kids, but is it good for the kids this young?
So we know that we don't have long-term data. The best data we have is that a daily GLP-1 in kids 6 to 12 years old and for about a year of treatment. So we are really limited, right? Think about puberty, think about bone maturation. Yes. But the good news is data is coming. We expect more data within about a year from now.
This is obviously very intense intervention. And I think what we're talking about is people on the very extreme end of the scale here of obesity, for whom this kind of intervention could be a life and death matter. And if you can improve their lives, help them live longer and healthier, maybe it's worth the risk right now, but you're saying we basically don't know.
We're really tailoring it to the individual person and the family, but this is not a mainstream practice. This is for somebody that's really significantly affected by their weight. And remember, when you have a child that's obese, the likelihood they bring that into adulthood is very high. Kids that are ready are showing signs of type 2 diabetes, liver dysfunction at such a young age. It's really an important ability to be able to help them. But again, this is off-label, so we're really tailoring it to that individual discussion. Let's remind ourselves it's a daily injection that you're giving yourself.
For adults, it's a weekly, once a week, right?
Yeah, that's a great point. So the studies in kids 12 and under are only on a daily injection, but that data about a weekly injection, that's coming for us. So we need a lot more data. And let's talk about nutritional deficiencies. So you wonder if you're having calorie restriction, what about iron deficiency, zinc deficiency? We really need to be careful who we're giving these kids GLP-1s to. And that's why we're using it so carefully in very rare circumstances.
We talk about the dangers of obesity, not just in children, but obviously in adults. As the father of a 3-year-old, how do children become obese at such an early age? What are they lifestyle choices? Are they genetic? Help me understand that.
It's a great question. And so the idea is that there are genetic forms of obesity, and people really need to see a pediatric endocrinologist to get screened for that. Because if you do have a genetic form of obesity, that's actually treatable, and we do have an FDA-approved medication for that. There are other causes of weight issues, including thyroid issues, rare causes of high cortisol levels, and a lot of this is also genetics. We know that genetics play an enormous role, but get your kids active, get them running around, reduce those screen times, high protein, high fiber, and making sure you're just getting so much activity.
And cost? Cost?
And so very importantly, when you're using a medication off-label, it is not covered by insurance. And so that's a significant factor. People are paying out of pocket thousands of dollars. So we need to be careful also that we do need this data for the FDA approval so we can offer really the best medication to families and to kids.
All right, Dr. Rachel Pessah-Pollack, thank you so much. Up ahead, how to help aging loved ones live safely in their homes without spending a fortune on